This is the moment when I think us as fans collectively all were shocked, because we have never seen anything like this. It was always a given that Maul's cybernetic legs were something of a given. They were indestructible basically, and they just served their purpose for legs. However, in episode 4, Master Daki just proved that he is vulnerable, especially in that upper part where it connects his joints with his cybernetic legs. So the question is very natural and comes natural. Why didn't other Jedi, more prominent Jedi like Ahsoka, like Obi-Wan, try to actually target those cybernetic legs, since it seems to be kind of a weakness in Maul's combat ability? So in order to explain exactly what is happening and why Dave Filoni chose to actually show Maul in this vulnerable state for the first time ever, by the way, we need to explain Maul more in depth of how he came to be here. Because outside of a two-legged natural Maul, which he appeared in The Phantom Menace, he has never been the same again. If you guys remember, when Maul first got rescued from Lotho Minor by Savage Opress, he was completely feral. Mother Talzin used Night Sister magic to restore his mind and his body, and as part of that restoration, she built him new legs. Those legs were these multi-jointed, clawed, spider-like limbs, essentially constructed from scrapped droid parts and held together by dark magic. They just worked, they were functional, he could move, he could fight, and he could slam people face first on the ground with them, so he was very powerful with them. So first you have Spider Legs Maul, which is all scraps and garbage from Lotho Minor, which he compiled himself. All in all, he had 6 legs during that time, but then, with Mother Talzin saving him, you have dark magic claw legs. So he went from Spider Maul to claw legs. But then we have the famous episode where Hondo Ohnaka gets involved. And during an escape attempt by Maul, Hondo's pirates blast one of his legs clean off. And this means that those Night Sister crafted dark magic powered custom droid leg constructions was now done. And he can't exactly go to Watto's shop and be like, hey, replace me another one, give me another one. So this is when the Death Watch is involved, and we have the evolution of a new cybernetic legs of Maul. This is when the Death Watch, Pre Vizsla's Mandalorian splinter, and definitely battle ready. But here's the thing, most fans do not understand the meaning behind these legs. Most fans never really thought what it represented each stage where he had the legs that he had. For example, a Phantom Menace Maul is all that he is. He is the Sith assassin that gets cut in half. From that moment on, he was never the same. The Lotho Minor Spider Maul that Savage Opress finds is completely insane, and that is represented by how he formulated his 6 legs, his 6 spider legs, compiling garbage together. So he is, by all intents and purposes, an insane person living alone for all these years, and his legs reflect that. But then you have the claw legs. Again, this is representative of where Maul was at the time. He went from a crazy guy from Lotho Minor to now being infused and revived by dark Night Sister magic. In this, Mother Talzin built him piece by piece, rebuilt the son of Dathomir mentally, physically, and spiritually. Now, these claw legs were infused with magic by nearby recycled droid components. So now with the claw legs, you see Maul slowly coming together, but he is still not there. There's still some part of him missing. Some crazy is still inside Maul. But when it comes to the last one, to the Mandalorian issued humanoid legs, this is when Maul completely comes together and perhaps is even stronger and more powerful than his original self with his original legs, because now he has a quote-unquote family behind him. This is when he gets his true brothers to watch his back. This is why the legs are so refined, so great and everlasting. It's because with the Death Watch, he achieved what many couldn't. He reorganized and reshaped the crime syndicates all over and became essentially the emperor of the underground, of the underworld. Now you are slowly understanding why Master Daki exposing a huge weakness in Maul's cybernetic humanoid legs is so important, because this has to do with where Maul is mentally. As we've explained, it isn't just the physical aspect. You have to understand what Maul is going through, because his legs are now officially a metaphor for where Maul is and where he is going. The spider legs was him a feral, completely insane personality. Then the claw legs was him being put together with magic glue. And then by the end, these Mandalorian-issued humanoid legs represent him being at the top, at the peak of his powers. But him having a malfunctioning leg now because of a kick kind of shows you what symbolizes the wear and tear. Things are starting to fall apart, and they will start to fall apart from this series on, because, well, in the Rebel series, we see what we see. In the Rebel series, Maul is completely decrepit. He is an old man that doesn't have a crime syndicate behind him, that doesn't have the Death Watch. He doesn't have literally anybody behind him. All he wants is to find Obi-Wan and exact his revenge. So this is why yesterday's episode was so important, because it actually showed you that Maul's whole personality and empire is about to crack, and it starts with this little malfunction on his leg. You see, the leg physically will be repaired. I suspect that by the next episode, we will see Maul tinkering with his leg and, proclaiming that, oh, it's all fine, it's all good, and I can continue. But symbolically, it shows you that the wear and tear on Maul's spirit, Maul's body, literally, is starting to compile. With a single kick, somebody can expose Maul's weakness, and it all comes crumbling down, just like his now defunct, basically, empire. And now that, of course, the Inquisitors and the Empire is upon him, he will have a much, much harder time to go through it. And what I suspect, of course, I'm not going to stop raving about it. I think that in Season 2, we're definitely going to see Maul against Darth Vader. That's for sure. I think that's the only reason why there's a Season 2. It's just to get Darth Vader involved at some point. And that's going to be the most exciting thing, of course, because we've never, ever, which is a tragedy in Star Wars, we've never seen Maul fight either Anakin Skywalker nor Darth Vader. And, of course, we have to make do with at least one, which is Darth Vader. So I'll be happy and glad when I see that. Thank you guys so much, and let me know what you think about this down below in the comments. I'll see you next time.